Hello friends, welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the world of epic fantasy literature, exploring 10 book series that are perfect for fans of rich mythologies. From sprawling epic sagas to intricate tales of gods and heroes, these series will transport you to realms of wonder and adventure. Join us as we uncover these incredible stories that are bound to captivate your imagination. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more literary adventures. Let's embark on this epic journey together.
Chaos, war, death. That is what I see.
Featuring the voices of
The Shadow of the Gods, The Bloodsworn Saga by John Gwynne. Set in a fresh, Norse-inspired world, brimming with myth, magic, and bloodshed, The Shadow of the Gods kicks off an epic new fantasy saga from best-selling author John Gwynne. Following the gods' catastrophic war that led to their extinction, the land of Vigrid was left in ruins, forever scarred by their fall. Curse of the Mistwraith, Wars of Light and Shadow by Janny Wirtz. Born on a fractured world, Lysair and Arathan are half-brothers raised in bitter rivalry. When cast through a world-send gate, they arrive in Athera, their ancestral world shrouded in the malevolent Mistwraith's fog. Discovered by the Fellowship of Seven, they are urged to fulfill a prophecy that promises to free Athera from the Mistwraith's grasp and restore the ancient clans of the old bloodlines to power. Gardens of the Moon, Malazan Book of the Fallen by Stephen Erickson. The novel explores the intense power struggles within an intercontinental region ruled by the Malazan Empire. Renowned for its complex use of high magic and unconventional plot structure, Gardens of the Moon focuses on the imperial campaign to conquer the city of Darujistan, located on the continent of Genabakis. Dragons of Autumn Twilight, Dragonlance by Margaret Weiss. Dragons of Autumn Twilight is the first book in the Dragonlance Chronicles. Inspired by Dungeons & Dragons sessions set in the author's self-created world of Krynn, the story features classic fantasy tropes: arrogant elves with pointed ears, rugged dwarves, Kender, the hobbit-like beings of Krynn, and draconians, Krynn's orc equivalents, as well as noble knights. The narrative follows a diverse group assembled to quest for the Dragonlance, a powerful magical relic. Beyond these familiar elements, the series introduces unique concepts such as inventive gnomes, intellectually challenged gully dwarves, and the eccentric wizard Fizban, who often creates as many problems as he solves.
Dragonlance, Dragons of Autumn Twilight.
A Game of Thrones, A Song of Ice and Fire by George R.R. Martin. A Game of Thrones is a 1996 epic fantasy novel by George R.R. Martin and the inaugural entry in his acclaimed A Song of Ice and Fire series. The novel immerses readers in the richly imagined world of Westeros, where a complex web of plots, conspiracies, and betrayals unfolds as characters vie for power. Upon its release, A Game of Thrones garnered numerous awards and was later adapted into a successful television series in 2011. The Lord of the Rings by J.R. Tolkien. Sauron, the Dark Lord, has amassed all the rings of power which he plans to use to dominate Middle-earth. The only piece missing from his plan is the One Ring, the Master Ring that controls them all, currently in the possession of the Hobbit, Bilbo Baggins. In the peaceful village of the Shire, young Frodo Baggins suddenly finds himself burdened with a monumental task when his elderly cousin Bilbo entrusts him with the ring. Frodo must leave his home and embark on a perilous journey across Middle-earth to the Cracks of Doom, where he must destroy the ring and thwart Sauron's evil plans. The Eye of the World, The Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. The Wheel of Time weaves its endless cycle, where ages come and go, leaving behind memories that transform into legend. Legends eventually fade into myth, and even myths are forgotten when the age that gave birth to them returns. What was, what will be, and what is may all fall under the looming shadow. When a ruthless band of half-men, half-beasts invades the two rivers in search of their master's enemy, Moiraine convinces Randalthor and his friends to leave their familiar home. They must venture into a vast, unpredictable world brimming with dangers lurking both in the shadows and the light.
The wheel weaves as the wheel wills.
Magician Apprentice, The Rift War Saga by Raymond E. Feist. In the remote village of Mandarin, Tessia works as an assistant to her father, the village healer, which frustrates her mother, who wishes she would focus on finding a husband. Despite the societal barriers against women in the Guild of Healers, Tessia is determined to follow in her father's footsteps. However, her life is about to change dramatically. While treating a patient at the home of the local magician, Lord Dakon, Tessia is forced to fend off the advances of a visiting Sashakan mage and, in the heat of the moment, uses magic instinctively. This unexpected display of power sets Tessia on a new path as Lord Dakon's apprentice, propelling her into a future she never imagined. Assassin's Apprentice, The Realm of the Elderlings by Robin Hobb. Born as the illegitimate son of chivalry, Fitz is a royal bastard cast out into a world where he is friendless and isolated. His only solace comes from his magical bond with animals, a rare and dangerous art known as the wit. This form of magic is both perilous and despised by the nobility when used too frequently. When Fitz is eventually adopted into the royal household, he must abandon his old ways and adapt to a new life. He trains rigorously in weaponry, scribing, courtly manners, and the covert art of assassination, preparing himself to become a royal assassin. Illborn, The Illborn Saga by Daniel T. Jackson. Long ago, Lord Aduel emerged from the deserts of the Holy Land, endowed with divine powers. With these powers, he forcibly united the peoples of Angol before ascending to the heavens. Over 800 years later, in a medieval world plagued by war and religious persecution, 4 young men and women begin to develop supernatural abilities. These forbidden powers will upend their lives and compel them to confront the enigmatic ethereal gate that haunts their dreams. What is the meaning behind these dreams, and how are they connected to their emerging abilities?